The 2015 HBF Run for a Reason, presented by the West Australian on Sunday the 24th of May, was the biggest in the event's 6-year history. Over 31,000 of you gave up your Sunday morning to walk, jog or run your way around the Ramsay Healthcare 4K and 12K courses. And this year also saw another distance added, a 21K half marathon. The Perth streets were filled with a sea of blue as participants wound their way from William Street through to the finish line at Gloucester Park, each and every person taking part for a cause close to their heart. And it wasn't just those taking part who saw the benefits. WA dug deep and over $1.3 million was raised for health-related charities here in WA. Over the past 6 years, the event has raised over $5 million, helping thousands of people across the state and beyond, a fantastic reflection on the generosity of West Australians. Back when the event started in 2010, we couldn't have dreamt that it would grow into something that really captivates the whole community here in Perth. I was proud to be the official event ambassador for the 3rd year running, and there's nothing more inspiring than seeing tens of thousands of people coming together and hearing some of their moving reasons to run. Let's take a look at some of the special moments from the 2015 HBF Run for a Reason.
Today? Oh, for charity, for the fun of it, to meet new people, for cancer survivor here, Wes.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Is this your first time?
Yeah, no, second. I got pushed in a wheelchair last year, so I'm walking this year.
Unbelievable, and today you're walking.
I'm walking, my word. Absolutely.
Well done, guys.
Running for my wife, Shan. She's got breast cancer, and we're getting through it through the Running for Shan team.
Yes, we're the Pink Ladies for bowel cancer.
Right, so that's why you're running today?
Yes, yes.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, those are fun.
So hang on, what's this medal? Have you just done the 21.1K?
Sure have.
Oh my gosh, and why are you doing the 4K?
Family time.
Well done, enjoy.
No worries, and I can. We're the Cupcakes. We've got a few walkers in the 4K, and we're raising money for Cancer Council WA.
White Ribbon is an organisation against violence against women.
Well done.
As the ambassadors, Jim and I, we're here to make sure that we really push the message through to WA.
The start line atmosphere in the heart of the city of Perth was electric. Tens of thousands of competitors filled the streets. Lord Mayor Lisa Scafidi, event ambassador Angela's son, and HBF's very own Rob Bransby pumped up the crowd before starting the 2015 HBF Run for a Reason.
The reason I reckon a lot of people get involved in the HBF Run, and me personally when I did it, was because it was a fun way of being able to get involved in exercise, and everyone does have their reason for running. I was born an above-knee amputee. I had an ultrasound before I was born and they didn't pick up on anything, and then I came out with one leg. My parents probably would have been shocked at the beginning, but they were also my biggest supporters. They didn't pressure me into doing anything, they just didn't stop me from trying all the things that I wanted to try. Sport was a massive part of my life growing up, but running was one of those things that, as an above-knee amputee, we didn't really think it was possible. And as I got older, I started really deciding to toy with the idea of taking up running. The first HBF Run for me was a real personal challenge. So it was the first time that I'd ever would run 12K without stopping. Now on the day, it was a lot of pain, and around the 8K mark I could feel like the blisters forming and skin coming off, but I managed to keep going and I finished the 12K without having a break. Yeah, so since the HBF Run, I've managed to represent Australia in multiple international races. I'm currently ranked second in the world, leading into the Paralympics in 2016 and looking to qualify later on this year to represent Australia at the first para-triathlon in Rio. Feeling really confident about this year's run, so I've signed up for the 4K because that aligns more with the triathlon that I do, and looking to go sub 18 minutes for the 4K, so it'll be a big improvement on the speeds that I've run in the past and hopefully can beat a few people on the day. My no excuses motto basically started as I had a mentality shift from making an excuse saying I couldn't run because I had one leg and to giving it a go. And now I just try and get other people to try and put their excuse that they're currently making aside for a day and try doing that thing and just see how they go, and they'll probably surprise themselves and be able to achieve something fantastic.
Roberto Busi, the flamboyant Italian by way of Western Australia, was delighted to win the first ever 21-kilometre race. Jules Bennett posted a fast 1 hour 19:20 to become the inaugural winner of the female category of the 21-kilometre course.
Yeah, I did the 12 years ago and never managed to win. Today probably was my lucky day. It was amazing. I just tried to dance when there were the bands playing a little bit, but then I tried to stay focused because it was a tight finish. So yeah, it was an amazing day. Yeah.
Joshua Tedesco was the fastest man over the 12-kilometre course, posting a 37-minute 35, while Linda Spencer has won the last 3 12-kilometre HBF Run for a Reasons, a nice 40-minute 25-second effort.
Yeah, look, I was really hoping to win it. I love this race. You know, I'm really lucky enough to be one of the people that get to win the race, and it's an awesome feeling. So I thank everyone that's out there supporting me, cheering me along, and that make it so special.
Talented teenager Savannah Steinbeck took out the women's 4K, while the undisputed king over 4 kilometres for the last 5 years has been Mark C. 11:40 smoked the course.
It's always good to finish because you're tired, you just want to stop, and it's a great feeling when you have so many people in the cauldron that you finish up in. It's like running to the MCG to go and start a footy game. It's amazing to go and have that much crowd support, and it's a beautiful event.
Chloe Clements is just 15 years of age and 2 years ago was diagnosed with brain cancer, the #1 killer amongst Australian children. The inspirational and gutsy survivor is on the road to recovery and has recently teamed up with the Telethon Adventurers to raise much-needed funds to fight childhood cancer.
It was about 9 months, close to a year, that I was feeling the symptoms, and it was just like a really bad headache, and we thought it was like an injury because I was doing gymnastics and dancing like all the time. I had an MRI and that was at PMH, and then we were told that I had brain cancer, medulloblastoma, yeah. I knew what cancer was, but I never heard of it in kids. I only heard of it in adults, so I didn't really know what to expect, if it was the same or, yeah, I didn't know. During that time that I was having chemo, I was feeling really sick, like vomiting all the time. I couldn't eat, so I had to have a nasal gastric tube put down my nose. I lost heaps of weight, but then I gained heaps of weight because of the steroids. And I was in a wheelchair because I lost the ability to walk, basically, because of one of the chemo drugs. I'm just really want to help raise as much money as they can so they can find a cure. And doing the HBF Run is a really big help because we've had so many donations already. Yeah, I think life is a gift and people take life for granted, and I think you should just live every day like happy and don't hold back what you want to do. Just don't hold back.
– 2015, the year of the selfie? Participants at this year's HBF Run for a Reason certainly seem to think so, with competitors flooding social media with their progress on course. But it wasn't just at the event that people got social. A few weeks beforehand, HBF took to the streets to surprise some people out training for the event. It's fair to say the resulting video went viral on social media. If you haven't seen it, take a look.
All right, we've got a guy in a red shirt rapidly approaching. Good luck keeping up with him.
I'm Fiona.
Clive, how you doing?
Hi, Clive.
Come on, Clive, finish.
Come on, then. Do you know that? Fiona. Catherine.
Catherine, all right.
Okay.
Hi, Catherine. Good one, Catherine. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Go.
Michelle Owen, who led a healthy and active lifestyle, is lucky to be alive after suffering unexplained liver failure in 2013. She took part this year with her husband Cameron to raise awareness for organ donation through charity Donamate.
Yes, we'd been out for lunch, just the two of us one day, and I suddenly got very ill. We thought it was the prawns. I went home, I just was violently ill. And then finally I started to go yellow. Everyone kept saying, Michelle, you need to go to the doctor, you need to go to the doctor. They did a biopsy in Fremantle. They went through my neck and did a biopsy, and that came back with acute liver failure. And they finally decided to send me to St Charles Gardner, where I rapidly went downhill. After Christmas I wasn't eating. They had to put a tube in me to feed me.
I've never been so scared ever in my life, and when I received the phone call from the doctors in the middle of the night that that they'd found a donor for Michelle, I don't think I've ever been so relieved and so happy. And it was just an amazing feeling, but it's also humbling that somebody has given up their organs, and you know what that means, that they've lost their life, and it's a tragedy in itself.
Professor Luc Del Riviere knows a bit about Michelle Owen. He's a member of Donamate, he was Michelle's surgeon, and he's an HBF Run for a Reason finisher.
When a patient develops that type of problem, we need to transplant them very quickly, in a matter of days. In Australia, we have always the problem of having a low organ donation rate, which means that Some patients don't have the chance to be transplanted and die before to have that opportunity. The case of Michelle is not the only case that was saved by the gift of that family. Many other patients have had their quality of life improve or their life completely saved by the gift of that family.
I think just the donation of the organs is just such an incredible gift. And if more people did it, then more people like myself and my wife and my children would be able to have the happy ending that we've had.
I'm excited. I can't wait to be part of it all. I think I've not done the HBF Fun Run before, and I've heard such fantastic things about it, and that the atmosphere is amazing, and so I'm really looking forward to being part of it.
The HBF Run for a Reason sees friends, family and colleagues join forces to walk, jog and run as a team. This year, we saw over 2,500 teams take part, whether as a group of mates competing to be the first to the finish line or families dressing up in costume. Ramsay Healthcare once again won the Woodside Team Challenge largest corporate team award.
This year we have over 540 people running in the Ramsay Healthcare team. We've been training together, we'll see each other on the run and support each other, and then afterwards we all meet up and have breakfast together as a team.
Scott Guarini is just 9 years of age and he's already fundraised more for charity than many of us will in a lifetime. And it's no ordinary fundraising either. Recently conquering a full marathon, Scott continues his journey on the Ramsay Healthcare 12-kilometre course to raise money for telethon.
It's called Scott's Great Walk for Telethon, and I've done different lengths. I've done 3 walks, that is 25 kilometre, and then I've done the 42.195 kilometre marathon. The last 6 years I've raised just over $60,000 for telethon.
There's nothing like that HBF Run feeling. At the finish line, we see relief, a sense of achievement, remembering loved ones, but most of all, fun. There were high fives, tears and hugs as people walked, ran or even rolled down the final stretch of the track at Gloucester Park.
I had no idea at all. I've been waiting for 5 years for it. It was well worth the wait. I mean, I've expected like family holidays before and went to America and stuff, but not today, no way. And not like this.
Melissa and Sarah have just finished the HBF Run for a reason. They were running for a special cause today.
Our friend Lucy's mum has just recently passed away from cancer. Yep, Louise Crantock, we're running for her.
Cassie, why are we running today?
We're mainly running for our friend Renee, who lost both her parents to cancer, her dad last year, and also there's a few girls who are running for other people as well.
So I did it for the Spinal Cord Injury Network, and I was running for my brother who sustained a spinal cord injury about 3 weeks ago, so yeah, it was all for him. So I signed up Monday night and yeah, made the page then, so I've made 40 grand in just over, 5 days or something, 6 days, so yeah, it's amazing.
Well, Kaylee has crossed the line. She's only 2.5 and she's here with her mum and dad with Jeanette and Jason. And how was that, Jeanette?
Fantastic. It was absolutely great. She was waving to everyone, had a wonderful time. We didn't think we'd make the 12Ks, but we did it for her.
Beautiful. Our final competitor across the line summed up what the HBF Run for a Reason is all about. In 2013, Katie Ferguson suffered a spinal cord injury, leaving her doctors wondering if she would ever walk again. She completed last year's event in her wheelchair. But in a perfect example of what a positive attitude can do, Katie's determination saw her cross the finish line of the Ramsay Healthcare 4K course on her feet, surrounded by family and friends.
It's amazing to see people of all ages and walks of life come together and fill the streets of Perth. The event is set to get bigger and better every year, but one thing that won't change is the thing that brings us all together, our reason for taking part. You might be looking to start a more active lifestyle or joining together with family and friends to raise money for a loved one. Whatever your reason, make sure you join me at the 2016 HBF Run for a Reason on Sunday, the 22nd of May. In the meantime, keep up to date with all the event news on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Let's take a final look at some more highlights from this year's event. I look forward to seeing you next year.